Hey, I'm Ryan, and for my how-to, I'm going to teach you how to 3D print useless things. So before you can start printing, first you need to find a 3D printer, some tape and glue, a computer, and a ton of filament. So once you have all your supplies gathered, you're going to need to find a file to 3D print. And I'm too lazy to make a file on my own, so I'm going to download one from this website called Thingiverse. And when I'm downloading it, I'm going to make sure it's saved as an STL file so the printer can read what I'm trying to print. Then once it's saved, I'm going to go into the software that came with the 3D printer and import the file that I just downloaded. So sometimes the object you're trying to print is too big for your printer, so you're going to have to resize the object, which this is the max it can be, and I want it to be just a little bit under its max, so I'm going to scale it down a little further. Then I'm going to reorientate it. Also, some printers can print two colors at once, which is what the printer I am printing on can do. So I'm going to choose the colors that I wish to print, and in this case I'm going to have a white base with a black top, so I'm just going to leave the colors as is because that's how it's been. And I'm going to hit preview to see what the model will look like once I'm printing. Once you have what you want to print and the colors you want to print it in, you're going to have to choose the colors itself with the filament. So black and white are the colors I'm going to use, and then you're going to have to throw them into the printer. Now at the printer, you're going to want to find the load filament option, which for this printer is under utilities, change spool. And then before you hit load, you're going to want to actually put on the filament spools into their racks. And you'll do this for both sides since it's a two-colored 3D printer. And then you're going to want to hit load. Now it will say insert filament. So I'm going to put the filament into its extruder right over here. So now it has that side's filament, so I'm going to have to do it on this side as well. Okay, so it has both sides filament, so I'm going to hit OK. And now I'm going to wait for the extruder to heat up to 215 degrees Celsius and let it do its thing. Now before you hit print on the 3D printer and send the file over, you're going to want to prepare your print bed by putting some tape and some glue so the print doesn't warp. Back over at the computer, you're going to want to find the print location on the software. Hit print, choose your printer, leave all the settings as they come, and just hit print and wait for the slicing and then for the file to send over to the printer. Then once the file is sent over to the printer, you just sit back and wait. Now that the print's complete, you're going to want to take a scraper of some sort and get underneath to pry it off the bed. And lastly, you're going to want to take your tape that's left over on the print bed all off and then throw it away. And then all you're gonna have to do is take the base that the 3D print was printed on right off, and then you have a useless decoration.